What is up, lads and lasses? We are back at it again, and let's just cut to the chase here. We all saw the gameplay. We all saw the Liberty Falls gameplay, and it's the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen. The hype that was produced for this game was unprecedented in recent years. I mean, we all thought we were back, boys. We are so back, boys. Was the phrase that basically conveyed the hype of this game. You know, we all thought we're going back to basics. We all thought round-based zombies meant we get this. What is this? Let me explain what this is. Look at this map. Does this look like a multiplayer map? Does this look like a Warzone map? No, not at all. So, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for these devs? I bet you, the developers, number one, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's the business is the business. No. That excuse doesn't work all the time. Because you have lead devs who have a certain amount of rapport, who have a certain amount of pull, you know, towards the business. Because at the end of the day, these are the guys who are building the game, right? Yeah, so you have lead devs, you have senior architects, that kind of thing. They don't know what zombies is. They don't have the first clue of what makes Call of Duty zombies Call of Duty zombies. You know what I mean? Like, if it was just the business, like the business is definitely, you know, they have a lot of, you know, obviously they determine the direction of the game and they decide what's important and they have final say in what to put, right? But the devs have a lot of pull themselves simply because they are the ones in the trenches building the thing, right? Especially the senior developers. They can say this is not core zombies. There's somewhere along the line. I think like since Jason Blundell and a lot of like the people who are originally involved in Call of Duty Zombies, you know, the last 12-ish years, I'd say most of the people who worked on making zombies are just completely gone. You know, they've fizzled out, they've been replaced, and now you just have a bunch of people who are just taking on this legacy project and obviously turning it into a multiplayer themed game. I mean, let's talk. What makes? How is it that in the first 5 seconds of gameplay, most of us were immediately disappointed with the game. Right? How could it be? I'll tell you right now. It only takes the first 5 seconds looking at the map to tell, hey, this is a zombies experience. This map was architected with the zombies experience in mind. For example, look at this. This is a zombies experience map. You can tell the tight corridors, the atmosphere, you know, mechanics like what is the word, straddle? I don't know, jumping over like ledges and jumping over tables and that kind of thing. Fine, it's cool, it's chill, but to an extent, right? Because the whole thing of zombies is that you're supposed to be getting this like really claustrophobic, scary feeling that you're gonna be surrounded by this unlimited horde.
If I'm nailing anything, I should
also,
be nailing meat sacks.
Another thing, the zombies themselves. The zombies here, look, they look like they've been through, right? It looks like something happened here. It looks like something terrible happened in this area, right? In freaking Liberty Falls, it just looks like a beautiful Warzone map, man. It's too open. And then the HUD. Don't get me started on the HUD. I used to cry and complain about this hit marker. I used to cry and complain about it. Now I wish that's all we had.
Probably start making these shots count.
It's just so disappointing. Honestly, this was like literally. It feels like this was our last hope for the Call of Duty Zombies experience, but it's all over, man. It's all over. You got developers who probably never touched zombies in their lives. You got business heads who don't give a shit. Okay? You got a fucking cast and crew that's so cookie cutter and bland.
Everything trying to kill us.
It's just impossible. It's just impossible to Call of Duty Zombies anymore. I just don't know what to say. I don't have any words. I don't have any words for this. It's just such a disappointment. It's so sad. Like, if all they have to do is play Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and say, okay, how the hell do we replicate this? How do we replicate this feeling? How do we make a game like this again? It's not that hard. But no, they wanted to do Cold War shit. Cold War, the one that we hated. Warzone Zombies, the shit that we hated. We hate that shit, man. And they went and made the same exact thing. Where's the logic?
And the chalk drawings followed us here.
Where is the logic? Also,
normal.
dogs are way too easy in the modern games. Like, they should have a lot more hit damage. I mean, they should have a lot more power.
A Marine would be ashamed if he went down that easily.
So I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm just ranting. I'm really just ranting. I wish that they made a better game. I wish that what we saw lived up to the hype. You know, we all had this slither of hope that we were going back to the old days. But no, I mean, the only way we go back to the old days is by loading in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. Unfortunately. I mean, let's think about this for a moment. What's so hard about making Black Ops 1, a Black Ops 1 zombies experience in the modern day, right? With the beautiful graphics you got, you know, too much is too much. You don't have to make everything so clean and pristine, you know what I mean? You can, like, for example, in Black Ops 1, if you look at Black Ops 1 Cold War versus, that's not Cold War, Black Ops 1 Call of the Dead versus Black Ops 4 Call of the Dead, one of the things that made Call of the Dead so fun and interesting and made it exciting and actually scary was the fact that you couldn't see a lot. And yes, they did that because of graphic limitations at the time, but that forced them to be creative, right? I feel like that's one dangerous thing about as the technology and graphics get better, you know, you don't have to be as creative anymore. You don't have to make creative solutions. If you look at 5, like 5, they did a good job with it, right? 5 is very atmospheric. It's yeah, like the graphics and the colors and everything are very very clear, but it's not like too much. It's not to the point where like I feel like, you know, they did a pretty bad job in translating that Kino der Toten feeling in Black Ops 2. Not that bad of a job. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, right? But like obviously the newer games, like Cold War and hold on.
So is Nikolai.
Like Cold War and Warzone and Black Ops 6. I mean, it's just too pristine. It's not atmospheric. Nothing about it is interesting. There's no, I don't know. Too bad. Just unfortunate. And too easy too. Round 50, like really, like they got to round freaking 50 on the first ever time they boot up the game. Like, come on. Like there was a comment by another person. I'm gonna just keep my pistol. There was a comment by another guy where he said that imagine if they did like codNext for Black Ops 1 or 2 or even World at War, right? And they booted up Nocturne, Toten, Ascension, Buried. You think these guys would get to round 50 on their first try? No, definitely not. It's not that easy. Back to the point of characters. You know, the like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that the formula for making Call of Duty Zombies characters is to make caricatures or exaggerated versions of you know, archetypes of certain people, or you know, just exaggerated archetypes of, you know, people from modern culture, like an idea or a character of something. For example, 5, right? You had these over exaggerated versions of political characters, which was super cool and fun, right? That's what made a good set crew. The Victis crew was an over exaggerated you know, version of like 4 over exaggerated versions of apocalypse survivors. You had the conspiracy theorist, you had the brilliant nerd, you had the rough and tough lady survivor, and then you had like the hobo, right? But just over exaggerated versions of it. It makes it fun. Not these cookie cutter bland multiplayer operators. And don't tell me that what's the name, Terminus? Don't tell me Terminus is a set crew. Don't joke with me like that. Don't insult my intelligence, right? Don't make fun of me like that. Terminus is not a set crew. They just took multiplayer operators and the most bland, forgettable campaign characters like Weaver, and they just have a few like voice lines. You know, they have stoic voice lines. Who the hell wants all these characters with stoic voice lines? And they try to add like a funny guy here and there, but it's not funny. It's not funny because it's so forced.
Or is he too busy moping?
So it's unfortunate. By the way, this is crazy that my pistol is like still getting kills in round. I don't even know what round this is. 9. It's so easy. I put this on hardcore mode too. This is Black Ops 4. This is Black Ops 4. This is where it started going downhill. So if this is what it's like on Black Ops 4, imagine how it's like on freaking Black Ops 6. I haven't played Cold War. There's no way I'm playing. I think I played it like once or twice, and I couldn't stand it. I mean, this is way too easy. You load me in on Black Ops 3. You guys seen my videos. Black Ops 3, I can't even make it past round 6. Here I'm like cruising through round 10. This is insane. I mean, granted, I do have a bot with me, so I'm gonna try to do those pistol only challenges on Black Ops 4 as well as soon as I finish all the Black Ops 1 maps.
Death around every corner, and I'm here practicing carpentry.
Let's see something real quick. 12 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna try to end this at 15 minutes. Because, you know, people's retention is very low. They'll have low retention rates. As a matter of fact, I don't gotta like keep the video up. I don't gotta keep recording throughout this whole gameplay loop. Let's see. What are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are: can we make a comeback? Can this community make a comeback? Can this community be risen from the dead? Like the zombies and show have come to love and care about.
Seem like much.
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it if it's in Treyarch or Activision's hands or even just any major Call of Duty. In Call of Duty's hands, it's not possible.
Oh yeah.
Fact of the matter is, this is my proposed solution. I think all of the major zombies YouTubers, you know, Mr. Rob Waffles, Mr. Dalek JD, JC Backfire, and all these other guys who are not involved in drama need to get together and bundle their resources and essentially become their own little studio. Pay some developers to make a game that they architect, right? Because obviously these guys have been in it for 15 years. It's been their job for the last decade to analyze and understand the game. So obviously, I have no doubt in my mind these guys could develop, architect a great game. Which I don't understand why the idiots at Call of Duty, right? I mean, honestly, I do understand. Most people who are higher up in the corporate world are pretty stupid, so it makes sense. But anyways, forget about that. We need these OG zombies YouTubers to basically fund a game and you know, make their own experience.
Oh yeah, this is totally worth my time.
So that's my proposed solution. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. Otherwise, I'll just be rambling on. I'll be waffling on with my words. So yeah, thank you very much and goodbye.